Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back for another math lesson with Miss Kim. Thank you for watching my last video lesson on what do you notice. We're going to do another math warm-up today, and this time we're doing true or false. Now remember, boys and girls, when we look at our number sentence for our true or false statement for the day, I want you to remember that if you think it's true, put a thumb up. If you think it's false, put a thumb down. And remember, you need to also be prepared to explain your thinking and reasoning, why you think it's true. I think it's true because, or I think it's false because, and you need to explain your thinking. So, are you ready? I'm going to show it and you can press pause so you can take the time to look at it and answer the question whether it's true or false. Let's read the statement for today, the true or false statement. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. True or false? Let me know, Ms. Rosales, when you're ready. You're using your think time. You're ready to share. So what do you think? Do you think this is true or false? Does 1/2 and 1/2 make 1 whole?
Ms. Kim, after thinking about it and doing some work, I think that it's a true statement. It's true. I think that it's true because I looked at your words, and I know that you've been working with changing word forms into standard form. So looking at the word 1/2, it gets modeled as numerically 1/2. And the same goes with the other half. 1/2 is written 1/2, and then your whole is written as 1 whole. But then I thought, okay, well, that's changing the words into numbers, but what do they mean? And I drew a whole and I showed 1/2. So it's like this. And then to really clearly see that half, I remove that. And then you take a look at the other part, and that's a half as well. And I'm removing this so that you can see only the half. But then when you stick those two together, my question is, does that make a whole? Well, I have to think about that. So I did a little extra.
Thank you so much. Oh, you're not done yet. Oh.
So yes, Miss Kim, it is a whole.
I hope you're able to see that what she did was she took half of a whole and another half of a whole and put it together, and that makes one whole circle. So I'm going to revoice what Rosales says so you really clearly understand why she thinks this statement is true. So in this, what she first did was she took the word form 1/2, which means, so let's look at the circle. So 1/2 means that there are 2 equal parts. So let's write it as a fraction. We know that there are 2 equal parts. That's the denominator. Then we draw a line, and only one part is shaded, which that makes 1 for the numerator. And so when we look at the 2 on the bottom, remember what I said is that when we see a 2 on the bottom as a denominator, we call that half. So we say 1/2. And that is the same as, so we have the word form 1/2. This represents 1/2. This represents 1/2 plus another 1/2. This is the same, so it's 1/2. So 1/2. I'm going to put a plus sign right here. I'm going to put a plus sign right here because don't forget the plus sign. We're saying 1/2 plus 1/2 is the same as equal sign 1 whole. So when we look at here, this is called a whole because they did not break it into equal parts. They kept it the same. However, if you broke it into 2 equal parts and it's shaded, then that would actually be 2 equal parts. And then how many parts are shaded? 2. And so she took half of this, another half of this, and you put it together, it will make 1 whole. So half plus half makes 1 whole. 2 halves make 1 whole. Is there anything else that you would like to clarify, Ms. Rosales?
You said that 2 halves put together makes 1 whole, but I'm confused, Miss Kim. You put a fraction to represent whole.
Oh, I see. So I'm just explaining that 2 over 2. So remember, 2, when there's a denominator, 2 is called half. So we know that there are 2 equal parts. And 2 parts are shaded, which makes the 2. And so whenever the numerator and the denominators are the same numbers, they are a whole. It represents a whole.
So can we have that drawing 1 whole right next to it? A 1.
Oh, this one? So this one makes
1.
1 whole. 1. So
Wow.
1 half plus 1 half equals 1. Half and a half makes 1 whole. Correct. Now that we've done this, I want you to try to see and whether you think it's true, you agree or disagree, and explain your reasoning and submit your work on Seesaw. Yes, Mr. Rosales?
And don't forget, this isn't the only way we can cut the shape in half.
Yes, we can also remember when we have a circle, we can also divide it in horizontally. Divide the parts that way. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.